With this video, I want to start talking to you about SEO for Amazon.
This video is brought to you by EpiPie's Academy.
Which is basically when people search like book or something like this. And SEO has three parts to it. There's the part of identifying the right keywords that your book should rank for. That's called keyword research. Then there's the part of actually adding those keywords to your book listing. And the third part is making sure that the book ranks number one. When you first launch your book or first day you target the keywords, probably the book is going to rank very low. And what's going to happen is over time, you're going to need to make your book rank higher. And I'll give you a couple of examples from my books. I'm not trying to promote my books. These are just examples I know well. So let's take a look at this mobile app marketing book as an example. It's a reasonably good example because there are somewhat of a few keywords in mobile apps. This is a mobile app marketing book. The easiest thing to do is Amazon actually tells you in the autocorrect. You can use some fancy tools. We'll get to it in a second. But the simplest thing to do is we can go to like mobile app and Amazon will actually tell you what people are searching, you see. So my app is a mobile app business book and mobile app marketing book. And so mobile app development, that's not a good match for me because I don't talk about development. Mobile app marketing, that's an amazing keyword for me. Again, development, application development, that's not for me. Design, that's not for me. Appraising, that's not for me either. Marketing is for me. So in my case, I'm ranking number one because this is my book and this book is here because it's promoted as an ad. You see this author is paying for ads right here. It says sponsored. So really my book is the first organic listing, and ironically you'll see that actually there's somebody who copied my book. They literally took my book. They even copied how the layout is for the title and the cover, but I don't really care about it because they get no sales, and this is essentially the de facto book in this category. But what you can also see is I kind of overdid it with the keyword. You see in the book title, mobile app marketing and monetization, that's the title. And that's what appears right here. I have a really long subtitle for my book, too long, way too long. It somehow works in my case, but it's a little too long. If I was to redo it, it's a little too long. I would do it shorter. But look at the other keywords that I'm using. How to, you see, promote mobile apps. So if anybody searches for how to promote mobile apps, I'll rank. And I also have the word monetization. I also have the word Android and iPhone. And by the way, the search engines, if you say monetize and monetization, they will take the root word and you don't have to use every version of that word, monetize, monetization. Amazon will know to target every variation of that word. It's called stemming. So see, I'm targeting the word Android, iPhone, how to get downloads, you see, and it's also for business, you see, grow your app business. So I'm targeting a lot of keywords, but the truth is mobile app marketing is the main keyword and probably gets me, of all the combinations of keywords, it probably gets me most of the sales. I also have another book which is about event marketing. I want to show you that one as well because that one is a good example too. If I search for event marketing, my hope is that I'll be number one. This is a sponsored result. My result is also a sponsored result. This is my book, but I'm advertising it. And I'm second in the organic ranking. And in this case, it's an event book. It's about putting on good events. Okay. I used to have an event series a long time ago, so I wrote a book about how to do this. Now, in the event space, there are generally three main keywords that everybody searches. It's event planning is one. Event management is one. See how I have the word event and I also have the word management and the word marketing. And all the other keywords are nice to haves, but these three keywords, they generate almost all the sales. So in your case, how do you find more keywords or the right keywords? The first thing is you just have to put yourself into the shoes of a potential person trying to discover your book. Try to think, what would a potential satisfied, happy reader, what kind of things would they search? Now, let's use the same book, for example. Would they search for the word conference? Well, if they search for the word conference or the word, even if the word event, the word event itself, if I just put that into Kindle, it's just too broad and too general. We don't know what they want. Do they want to know about great events out there, historical events? Do they want to know how to put on events? Do they want to know how to market events? We don't really know anything. So the specific keywords, event planning, oh great. Event planning is good for us because if we have a book about event planning and the person searching for event planning, it's a match. And it's really important to have a match because if it's not a match, even if they find your book, they're never going to buy it because they're not looking for that sort of thing. So you want to identify keywords. And then what you want to do is confirm, are these keywords getting enough of search demand? How do you do that? I'll show you a couple of tools. Before I do that, of course, you know that Amazon does recommend you keywords. So you know these get some demand right off the bat. So these are good. Now there's other ways. So there's a tool called Jungle Scout. This is Jungle Scout. It is not free, but they do have a free trial that you can try. And it will tell you approximately how much money you can make for certain categories. It's pretty helpful. It's one of the industry standard tools for researching things on Amazon. And this goes beyond books. This goes for all kinds of products. If you do not want to play around with this, what I actually use myself is the Google Keyword Planner. And it's part of AdWords, but you don't have to pay. I'll show you how to use that. Essentially, you go to google.com/AdWords. I'm just going to search for it, just to make the navigation so easy for you. You go here, it's Google Ads, and then you go sign in. All Google sign-ins are from the same account. So if you already have a Google account, you'll be able to sign in here without having to make a new account. Now, the only word of caution is if you've never used AdWords, even though the tool is going to be free that I'll show you, for new users, they do require that you run an ad. You can literally run an ad and set up an ad for like a penny, and then you'll be a user here, and then you'll have no problem using this tool. So here I use this tools, planning and keyword planner. Sometimes they switch around. Pretty often I've seen that they switch around how to navigate to this, but essentially range planning, keyword planner, you want to get to this keyword planner. And the keyword planner, the way I'd use it, this is for Google search. So even though we're researching Amazon and the searches are obviously different, the way people search is different and the numbers and the volumes of searches are different. But what I'm looking for is the variation of keywords and a confirmation that the keywords I'm thinking about are in demand. And I can most of the time correctly project that if people are searching for something on Google, they're likely going to be searching for that if it's a product on Amazon. For example, if I search event planning or marketing, let's say event marketing, it's going to show this is on Google, 14,000, almost 15,000 people are searching this per month. And then a lot of other searches that are related. There's this experiential marketing, event marketing plan. Okay, and you can see the volume. Here, what I'm looking for, don't look at competition, don't look at ad impression, don't look at any of the columns to the right. That pertains to Google AdWords, and even competition, that's not the kind of competition you might be thinking. The only thing I'm looking for is the variation of keywords. Like event promotion actually is a good keyword. You see, I'm not targeting that just yet enough. So what I'm looking for is variation of keywords, and I can pick up some interesting long tail keywords. For example, event promotion was a good one. And really what I'm looking for on the right side, I'm looking for volume. You'll ask, what's an acceptable volume? And I'll say, well, if it's sizable enough, like for example, this marketing conference is 2016. I don't really know even why it's 2016 because I'm recording this in 2019. So you see it's 20. So nobody is searching this. An event marketing plan, it's kind of like you see there's a big drop off. There are some keywords that are really big in this field. Event marketing is big in this field. Event promotion is big in this field. It's smaller. You see it's smaller than event marketing. It's secondary, but it's still pretty sizable. And then there's like event marketing companies. The drop off is so steep that we don't really want that. And some keywords don't even make sense for us, like event advertisement. That's not something that people would search on Amazon. Marketing conference, that's people looking for a marketing conference. They don't need an event marketing book. So some keywords, the intent is just not matching our book, so we totally ignore them. But a keyword like this experiential marketing, some people don't know exactly what that is. I'll explain what that is. The thing that makes it attractive is this big volume of search. But experiential marketing really means It's a different kind of marketing. It's by creating experiences for people and through those experiences promoting some products. This is not event marketing. Event marketing pertains to how to promote the event itself. Experiential marketing is how to put on an event that gives people some experience and exposure to products. So this is not relevant for my niche. For my book, this is not a match. I wouldn't target this. But if I go down, let's see, marketing software, too general, doesn't even mention events. So this is too general, product marketing, event marketing agency. This is people looking for an agency, not a book. So we don't need that. Event promotion websites, you see it could be possibly a match, but it's such a low volume that we don't need it. So in your case, what you do is you would go through this tool and you'd look up certain number of variations. Notice that event planning is not something that this tool associated this with. So if I do planning, it will give me a whole set of other keywords. So event planner. Now, if an event planner can mean a little event planning notebook, an event planner can mean a job, like a person who plans the event. So this is too broad, and this is something people search on Google, not necessarily on Amazon. But you see, event management is a huge one, much bigger than event marketing was. And then you've got the secondary keywords like party planner, event coordinator. So people, these are searches looking for a professional. An event coordinator is a person. A lot of these are searches for a person. We don't need that. So some of the keywords here will be a match. A lot of them are not a match. And your job is to go through a lot of ideas that you initially got from your mind and you kind of thought, maybe this is a good idea for a keyword, and you can verify it here if indeed people are searching. If not, this tool will correct you and it will show you what people in fact are searching and what people are searching, and if it is still a match for your book logically. If it makes sense that on Amazon people will search for the book like that, then you use that, you mark it down and you note it and you save it as a potential keyword. And then when you're done, your keyword research is done, you will have identified the top keywords people will search on Amazon to find the kind of book that you have, and then you are ready to use those keywords in your listing. So essentially, if you remember that I explained that SEO, it has three parts: keyword research, putting the keywords on the listing, and then ranking higher. This is the keyword research. This is the first part of that process. This is the first phase, and essentially you'll be done with this first phase after you complete this process.